Hey there, I'm Jeff from notsitting.com. Let's take just a few minutes and talk about how to get into the correct posture for your standing or seated desk. Now, the most important thing here with your posture is that you probably don't have great posture right now, which is why you're watching the video. And so the most important thing is that you work into the correct posture. You spend more and more time each day in the correct posture. And posture doesn't mean locked in, not moving. Posture means relaxed and in a position that's even for your body and easy for your body, and that will work for you for years and years and years and years and not cause you any trouble with your feet or your legs or your hips or your back or your arms or any of that kind of stuff, right? So just before I go on, just a real quick note, there's a really cool posture trainer in the store called the Upright Posture Trainer. This is what I use to train me. It's really easy to put on. It gives you a little buzz when you fall out of the correct posture. And it's great for when you're here working and you've been typing for a while and you're grinding on something, because over time you might start to relax and lose your posture. And when that happens, the upright will vibrate and remind you to get back up into the correct posture. It eases you into it. It's worked for me. I know it will work for you if you want to give it a try. Now, you don't need it. You can do correct posture all on your own. So here's how you do it. If you're standing, you're going to want to imagine that there's a little string tied from the top of your head connected up to the ceiling, and you're just gently hanging from it. What that does is that gets you to align all of your back and your hips and your legs, and it gets you even on your feet. Now, a typical posture for people is to have their shoulders forward. What we want to do is we actually want to let them relax down and then just move them back slightly. This is going to line everything up here so it all hangs correctly. And now for your arms, when you're standing, you want your elbow to come down to a 90-degree angle, and you want to come out straight or just slightly lower for your keyboard. And then just imagine that you're being hung from that string as you work, and you'll stay in the correct posture. When you notice that you're out of posture, just sit yourself back up, stand yourself back up. Now it's the same when you're seated, except that you're sitting down, and so the posture, your hanging sensation should be from the lower back through the top of your head, and then imagine the string. And then you have the same thing with your arms. Your arms now should be rested gently on your shoulder rests, which come up to the exact height to keep you at 90 degrees while your posture is correct. If you're on a treadmill or a bike, you've got a lot more movement going on, and so you want to try to just imagine that same string tied to the top of your head and up to the ceiling. Now, if you're walking, if you're running, which you're probably not doing while you're working, if you're on a treadmill or if you're on a bike or an elliptical, there are desks provided that you can get that actually get you closer to a more natural posture, which is with your arms down, right? The natural standing posture is with your hands down by your thighs. And there are some desks that allow you to tip the keyboard tray down. You can look at the iMover line. They've got some desks that do this. They even have a sit-stand desk, a desk converter, where you can tilt the keyboard tray. But the idea is, in standing, actually the best possible posture for you is with that string tied and with your shoulders back a little bit and your hands down by your thighs, not up here, because when they're up here, you're still having to do work with your biceps and other tendons and ligaments in here, all right? So that's the guide to posture at your desk. Imagine that string. You're almost all the way there once you imagine that string, and then just slightly put your shoulders back. And if you need to move around and stuff, that's cool. Just keep yourself tied to that ceiling and you'll be all set. See you next time.